beyond modern historical times. But people who had leprosy were considered to be so dirty, unclean, and obviously contagious, they had to stay with their own kind. They were forced to live in smaller villages. They were forced to live without things like running water, some of the modern conveniences of life as they existed at that time, and nobody was going to help them. They had to be kind of just sectioned off. There is the clean and there's the unclean, the great unwashed of society. The way the federal government and their propaganda arm, which is the mainstream media, talks about unvaccinated people right now, it reminds me very much of that type of mindset. We need to section these people off. We need to keep them away from the rest of decent society and force them to live with their germs and their filth and in their contagiousness on their own. There are far left celebrities and public figures who have gone on television, not the least of which is Jimmy Kimmel, who's ABC's late night moron, who actually said that people who are unvaccinated should not be allowed to get hospital care. Don't let them take up beds and bring their germs into the hospital, and to take a hospital bed away from somebody else who actually cares about their life. Let the unvaccinated stay home and die, calling them wheezy. Go ahead and die, wheezy. And that mindset is growing. Two of the most famous broadcasters in America today, one is still Howard Stern. Another is podcast superstar Joe Rogan. You saw Joe Rogan had his bout with COVID a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. He was treated with ivermectin, recovered in very short order. 3 days later, he's back on doing his show. He's back on the airwaves, and he's telling people there's nothing wrong with this. This works. Howard Stern went on his satellite radio program and basically told Joe Rogan to die. We don't want you here. Screw your freedoms. You go off with the other unvaccinated and the other ivermectin users. You're not part of modern society. We'll be back.